Lockhart perspective.
There have been conflicting stories stating that Biz Markie has passed away. But fortunately, a news story about Biz Markie's death is not true. Per the iconic rapper's wife, the Biz is still alive. On Wednesday evening, June 30th, in a now deleted tweet and news story, Revolt initially reported that Just a Friend rapper had passed away. News of the legend's alleged passing spread like wildfire, with artists and fans expressing their condolences and sending up salutes to Biz's greatness. Here is one tweet that was from the 30th, 2021, and it states, "Folks, Biz Markie is not dead. I have been in contact with sources who are texting and talking to his wife. My source talked to Biz today. Per his wife, Biz has not passed away. Please stop responding to non-credible sources. This hurts the family and friends." And that was from Roland Smith. There are many tweets that go on to say that he has not passed away. Here is one other. It says, "Folks, Biz Markie is not dead." Another one. The original story raised eyebrows because it was poorly sourced. But Biz Markie suffering from health issues. He does have type 2 diabetes. He has been in a hospice. I understand that even last year he was quite ill and he was hospitalized there in Maryland. But recently, he reported having a stroke. There was a stroke that he had, and he was in a rehabilitation center, again, there in Maryland. So according to these sources here, his wife states that he is healthy and well. Now, with that said, there is one other story, because I had to vet this with two stories, with a few different sources. For several minutes, it stood at he was deceased, but there was only two stories. Well, then when this one came up and then the next one came up, I had to make sure that we reported it correctly. Now, for some of you who may or may not know who Biz Markie is, he was the beatbox. He's the beatbox is what he was, and he was also in a movie called The Men in Black. He was the guy who played the human beatbox, and he was standing there talking to Will Smith. Nonetheless, he is not dead. He's not. This is something that goes back to my era. I love Biz Markie, and as I did with all of the 80s rappers, right? Because that was my era. So he's not dead at all. And I hope that people don't promulgate or pass a bad rumor around, especially in light of the fact that we've been losing a lot of heroes. Here's another story. Biz Markie is still alive, contrary to death reports, and that just came out. So now this story came out, let's see, the time now here on Central Time is about 12:30. This story was done 24 minutes ago. The story that I just gave you was 18 minutes ago. So I'm going to go with these stories, knowing that I don't want anybody to be, passed away. Now, if they come back out later and they say, well, all of it was a mistake and he's gone, well, okay, so that's what it is. But at this point, Biz Markie is still alive, contrary to death reports. The longtime fans of hip-hop legend Biz Markie fled to social media Wednesday night on June 30th to prematurely offer their condolences for the ailing rapper after reports surfaced that he had passed away. This is him right here. And I really can't, gee whiz. Let me see if we can just take a sneak peek. But this was Just a Friend. We'll play maybe 10 seconds of it. Let's see. Just a beat. Let's get some beat. You got what I need, but you said. Okay, that's all I can afford to play. Okay, but it goes on to say the most famous for his 1989 hit Just a Friend, the rapper born Marcel Hall had been coping with a number of health issues and health failures, including a stroke that he suffered in 2020 while hospitalized for complications from type 2 diabetes. The incident reportedly left him with significant brain damage. However, despite a flood of death reports, the 57-year-old is alive and in hospice care, per to updates from his family's from his family and close sources. Okay, so if anything changes, hopefully nothing will change in a bad direction. Okay. Hey there, Vicky. How are you? Melinda Ann. Hopefully things will not change in a bad direction and we won't have to come back and update this later. But at this point, I saw lots of social media stuff. My social media started chiming and I started to look, and it was like from all different directions saying that he passed away. And then I waited because I couldn't vet it with at least 3 sources. I only had 2 and I have to have 3. Then all of a sudden I saw these 2 come and I said, okay, well, we just gonna go with this for now. But anyway, you guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. This has been the Lockhart News Brief, and you guys have a great night. Okay, bye-bye.
Lockhart perspective.